Hello and welcome to Triple C Odyssey, where we explore the worlds of conservation, culinary arts, and culture. Join me today as we examine the role of hunting tourism, otherwise known as trophy hunting, in the conservation of lions in Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe has one of the largest lion populations in southern Africa at around 2,500 lions. This population is growing, with case examples being the Save Valley Conservancy growing its lion population from around 20 in 2005 to 200 in 2016, and the Bubia Valley Conservancy growing its lion population from 13 in 1999 to nearly 550 in 2012. These two conservancies, along with the Gonarezu National Park and Chiredzi River Conservancy, form the largest subpopulation of lions in Zimbabwe at around 900 lions. Lion populations in Zimbabwe are included in CITES Appendix 2, meaning that a permit is required in order to trade in lions or their parts. Zimbabwe doesn't have a set export quota for exports from trophy hunting, but currently has a zero export quota for commercial harvest of lions. While information regarding the 2023 quota for lions in Zimbabwe is difficult to find, the average number of lions hunted each year in the country is between 40 to 50 lions, which makes up around 2% of the national population. In fact, in 2021, 51 lion trophies were exported from Zimbabwe. Currently, Zimbabwe requires that only male lions over the age of 6 years may be hunted. There has been discussion on raising the age limit to 7 or 8 years in order to further prevent lions under the age of 6 from being hunted. Lions are allowed to be hunted in safari areas, campfire wards, private conservancies, and game reserves. Out of the 27% of land set aside for wildlife and habitat conservation in Zimbabwe, these areas form the majority. Areas that are used for lion hunting in Zimbabwe also contain critically endangered, and protected species such as the black rhinoceros, African wild dog, pangolins, gray-crowned crane, and various species of vulture. The Bubia and Save conservancies contain the largest black rhino population in Zimbabwe, with around 85% of the country's rhinos being found in these areas. Almost all national parks in Zimbabwe are buffered by safari areas, conservancies, and campfire wards. This includes major hotspots of biodiversity in the country, such as Hwange National Park, Gonarezu National Park, Mana Pools National Park, Zambezi National Park, and Matusadana National Park. 90% of all revenue generated by the Campfire Program, otherwise known as the Communal Areas Management Program for Indigenous Resources, comes from trophy hunting leases. In 2022, Zimparks, the National Authority of Zimbabwe for Wildlife Conservation, announced that they would be increasing the percentage of trophy hunting revenue, which comes from leases, trophy fees, and licenses, that is given to the Campfire Program, would increase from 60% to 100%. This means that 100% of revenue pertaining to campfire areas made from hunting will stay in those areas. In 2020, the Zimpark Sustainability Report showed that trophy fees and hunting licenses generated $82,707,352 Zimbabwean dollars, which is a little over $250,000 for the department. This is only representative of trophy fees and hunting license fees for concessions within safari areas, which are run by the government. 100% of trophy fees and hunting license revenue in campfire wards go to the Campfire Program. Examples of projects in Campfire that are funded by hunting tourism include the building and rehabilitation of schools, clinics, irrigation schemes, grinding mills, storehouses, wells, electricity, police stations, teacher housing, sustainable farming, and various other community development projects. The African lion is included in CITES Appendix 2 and is listed as vulnerable by the IUCN. The trophy fee for the lion in Zimbabwe is $5,000. If the lion is hunted in a safari area, this $5,000 goes to Zimparks. If the lion is hunted in a campfire ward, this $5,000 goes to local communities in the Campfire Program. The main threat to lions in Zimbabwe is human-wildlife conflict. Every year, lions attack and kill both livestock and people. In retaliation, communities may kill entire prides of lions by poisoning carcasses or snaring them. Hunting tourism gives lions a value in these areas that helps to create a tolerance from these communities. 5,000 US dollars equates to 1.6 million new Zimbabwean dollars. The average wage for those living in poverty in Zimbabwe is around $5.50 per day, or 165 US dollars per month. This would mean that one lion hunt in a month garners the same amount of revenue as the combined wages of 30 single-income households in rural communities living along or under the poverty line. The effectiveness of this tolerance is shown by the fact that Zimbabwe is one of the few countries in Africa to have an increasing lion population. In 2015, Zimbabwe banned the hunting of lions for 2 weeks in response to backlash from the hunting of a lion known by tourist operators as Cecil that caused international controversy. The ban was issued in order to give Zimparks time to investigate the hunt and verify whether it was illegal or not. About the lion with the scientific identifier MAGMI, journalist Joseph Maramba from Zimbabwe said, "The death of Cecil was a shock for many Zimbabweans, for me and numerous journalists, but also a surprise. After all, we did not even know that this icon of the animal kingdom existed at all, and moreover, was a part of our national heritage. We only found out about it from the international media." Zimbabwe implements a trophy monitoring system where professional hunters are required to send photos and measurements of the lion's head in order to verify that the lion was a mature male. Only lions that pass this inspection are allowed to be exported from Zimbabwe. Despite some issues with the governance of the hunting tourism industry in Zimbabwe, especially following the Cecil incident, it has been strongly recommended by researchers from Zimbabwe to not issue blanket bans on hunting in the country, as it would cause more harm than good. Specifically, it would deprive Zimbabwe of a $20 million US dollar industry that plays a key role in rural socioeconomic development. The objective of this video is not to make anyone like or be an ardent supporter of trophy hunting. It is the open discussion on a very nuanced topic about wildlife conservation that is very important for the conservation of lions and the development of rural societies in Zimbabwe. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like and clicking on the subscribe button for more videos regarding conservation, culinary arts, and culture. Respectful comments are welcome and even appreciated, and I will see you all next time.